I had begun the study of theology, and it was sort of by accident. I had requested graduation from St. Michael's at the University of Toronto, and I went in to see the registrar, who was a Basilian, Father O'Halloran. And I requested graduation. He said, "Well, what are you going to do now?" And I said, "I think I'd like to go to graduate school." And he said, "What areas?" And we were talking a bit, and he said, "Well, have you ever thought of just going next door to the Faculty of Theology and seeing what programs they have to offer?" And I hadn't. So I said, "Not really." And he said, "Just take 5 minutes, go in there, grab a bulletin, and look through it." And I applied. And I began studying theology. And here I met something that I had never seen before, that was religious. I grew up certainly at St. Mary Immaculate, but I was also at the choir school, so I grew up in the context of the cathedral, both diocesan settings. And I saw religious, both old and young, professors on the faculty, students studying, who seemed happy, who seemed normal, you could have a talk with about everyday things, who were committed. And so this opened up a new avenue for me. And, I wasn't on my horse to Damascus and I fell off, but this was an option that I hadn't excluded that had suddenly become a possibility. And so from there I got to know the communities, the Basilians, the Redemptorists, the Atonement Friars. There were no Dominicans there at the time, and I thought seriously about some of the communities, and I thought, well, no, I need to do more research. This is great, but it's not for me. So I said, if I were buying a car, I would have probably, got a magazine, I would have looked, I would have inquired, I'd have gone to the dealerships, and so I did. And I inquired with the Jesuits and the Dominicans and the Franciscans, and some of it was a fit, more of an effective fit. But I also had my own criteria of what I was looking for in a religious community. I was looking for one that would let me pursue advanced degree studies if I wanted to. I didn't know that I would. I wanted a community that had a strong liturgical sense and a liturgical tradition. I wanted a community that had a sense of conventual life. Right? I wanted to live in community, in a priory, and I liked the sense of history along a well-established community, because they've sort of have a sense of charism that can weather the great cultural changes that we go through. And I also thought about something a little bit universal, one that has a sense of being present in different parts of the world.